Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good morning, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're having a great start to your day. We have a familiar face on the Live Desk today. This morning as Dean Thomas once again returns, and he's here to talk about arguably one of the best named events coming to Kalamazoo this weekend, the BBQ and Beer Bash. Dean, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Of course, we love having you on because you always talk about some of the best events, specifically in the Kalamazoo area, and this one is no different. The name may say a lot of what's kind of behind the scenes and what people could kind of expect, but there is a lot going into this festival. Talk to us about some of the things people can expect if they show up today, or this weekend, sorry.
So I think kind of go right off your thing is we wanted to make sure the name clearly told people what this was. So we know we're going to have a big barbecue and beer festival down in Kalamazoo this weekend. We kind of took inspiration from, we've seen so many beer fests pop up, especially in the winter, especially in West Michigan, Southwest Michigan. And we're always trying to look to something a little different, innovate. So we kind of thought, why not add the barbecue along with it? I know barbecue is kind of the popular summer thing to do, but you're able to stand around fires. It's kind of warm comfort food. We're like, well, that's kind of perfect for something to do in February. We can get people out, something to do this time of year where it's a little tough to do it. And with it being winter, we're able to do some fun activities. We'll still have live music like we always do. And we're going to have some live ice carvers out as well to watch live demonstrations, watch them create some really cool artwork and sculptures. The first 100 people through the gates for our VIPs will get an ice carved mug they can carry around with them for that day. So it's kind of a really cool added bonus. And then we always have some yard games and activities set up for people to participate in as well.
Right now, there is going to be a ton going on over at Stryker Field this Saturday. And Dean, quick note, as somebody from Memphis, I would just like to say that barbecue is good all year long, not just in the summer, specifically in the winter. And you talked a little bit about just some of the things people can kind of expect, but there is going to be a lot of big name vendors at this event as well. Talk about who's going to be there.
Yeah, I think right now we have upwards of about 20 food vendors. And then as far as drink vendors go, I think we're upwards of 40 to 50, and they all have multiple options with them. So we're looking at well over 100 different drinks to try, probably somewhere around 40 to 50 different dishes to try in terms of food. We've got some local places here like Catering by Roxy's. We've got, Big Mo's Barbecue. We've got some companies coming in from the Lansing area, Eaton Rapids Craft Company. So we've kind of been able to take a lot of different places that are both local here to Kalamazoo because we want to show our local people off here. So people that come to the event from Kalamazoo can find some new things they like and be able to continue to support those places, but then also bring in some places they can't always try on a day-to-day basis. So that's kind of where we have some of those places coming in from Lansing area, Grand Rapids area, that sort of thing. And then, we've got a lot of really great, craft breweries coming, whether it be, like Latitude 42 down here in Kalamazoo. We've even got some things that are a little more national brand for people to try as well, like Dunkin's spiked coffees and teas and that sort of thing. So there's going to be a plethora of different things for people to try. They probably won't be able to get to all of it because of how much is going on.
Right. No, definitely not a bad thing to have, Dean. And I mean, just talking again about the vendors, having some of these bigger names, like you said, what does that mean for this festival? What does it mean to you guys to be able to bring in these people and have them really want to be a part of the Barbecue and Beer Bash?
Yeah, I think on one hand, it feels like it gives us a little more legitimacy. Like, hey, we're really going for it. We're trying to bring a really cool event here to Kalamazoo. We're working really hard to get these sort of vendors in. But at the same time, it's also just nice to know the community supports us because we support them. So it's kind of a hand-in-hand sort of situation where we can show them off, we can deliver an audience for them to try their great stuff, and in turn, that will help them in the future going forward to find new customers that can continue going back to them and supporting them, which only helps us, the community, and everybody involved.
Right. And Dean, this is an event that there's also a summertime version of this that has been to Kalamazoo before. Why is this an event that you guys really want to keep bringing back to the Kalamazoo community? I mean, what is it about Kalamazoo that really makes it the place to have an event like this and keep bringing it back over and over and over again?
Yeah, I think on one hand, the city of Kalamazoo has always been really great at trying to create new events for people that live here. We obviously have a pretty significant population here, and whether they're doing, their restaurant weeks or Rib Fest, which is actually not going to happen this year. So it was things like that where we're like, well, we can fit that need. If Rib Fest isn't here, when a lot of people are upset, disappointed, well, we can kind of provide the next best thing for that. especially with our kind of ticket model where our food's included and our drinks are included in the ticket price. So you're not spending as much on the back end as you might be at festivals like that. But Kalamazoo's always been great to us in terms of our other festivals we've kicked off here with Donut and Beer Fest or Mac and Cheese Fest, Taco and Tequila. The community's just always been really supportive, especially the vendors and the companies and the businesses. So we kind of like to make sure that we kind of keep our roots here in Kalamazoo and continue to deliver our new festivals to them first before we take them anywhere else.
Absolutely. And Dean, I know we've got a lot of hungry viewers watching this right now and kind of anticipating the BBQ and Beer Bash this Saturday. It's an all-day event, but how do people get their tickets? How do they make sure that they have a chance to get those pretty awesome ice-sculpted beer mugs and then also be able to try and test out and sample everything that you guys have to offer there?
Yeah, so our tickets are on our website, which is the bbqandbeerbash.com. You can also just search BBQ and Beer Bash on Instagram or Facebook. You'll find our pages right there. It'll take you to the website where you can get tickets. So super easy to do that. And then in terms of like the ice carved mugs, that is our first 100 people through the gates. And our VIPs get in at 1 p.m. as opposed to our just general admission tickets, which are at 2. So if you want a chance for that ice carved mug, you got to buy our VIP ticket, and you probably got to get there a little early and line up at the gate because people will be there probably an hour, if not more, early to get into the gates.
Right, absolutely. I would imagine so. And I do want to remind everybody that there are different tiers for these tickets, and you can find all that information as well over on our website. We've got links for you right now if you're watching us on Facebook. That'll take you directly to the website Dean just mentioned as well. And Dean, kind of wrapping up, we do appreciate you having you stopping by on the live desk every single time because we do get to talk about these awesome events. But this event specifically, what is your hope for it? What do you hope that people get out of it? What do you hope that you guys get out of it? What do you hope that these vendors get out of being there and being all together this Saturday?
Yeah, I think because this is the first time we've ever done this festival, we're just looking to kind of make an impact and make some lasting memories for people. At the end of the day, when we leave at a festival, we want just where people talking about this. Is this something they want to tell their friends? Hey, we should do this again. This was such a great time. Hey, let's check out these other fests because we think the biggest thing with the community is having things for people to do, new experiences, bringing new things to them. So if we can kind of leave Saturday with making that lasting impression, I think we'll have been successful. And as far as the vendors and stuff, we're just hoping that they have a good experience, a good time, they have fun, and they're also be able to interact with people that they can maybe get back at the restaurant. Because there's been quite a few restaurants in the Kalamazoo area recently that have hit some hard times, some have closed. So we're hoping that this can maybe help them get some new customers, spread the word, and kind of keep the restaurant and food scene alive here in Kalamazoo.
Awesome stuff. Dean, thank you so much for stopping by. One last time, I want to remind everybody that the BBQ and Beer Bash does kick off this Saturday over at Stryker Field in Kalamazoo. And you can find tickets. If you've not already purchased them, you can find them right now over on our website, woodtv.com. Dean, one last time, thank you so much for stopping by the live desk today. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. Always a pleasure to be on.
Always. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.